Alright, so here we go with our final video for the 20 challenges. And so what we need to do is open up the challenges, and we are all the way down to challenge number 20. Now challenge 20 says, write a sketch that calls a function called alarm goes off, which has the above alarm code in it. The function is called upon when the integer values are triggered. So what on earth does all that mean? Well, let's have a look at your booklet. This is the first time I've actually called on the booklet, and it says on page 33, the learning intention is functions are fun, and the success criteria is to build on your past knowledge to make a function that sounds the alarm. Alright, so here's the function code. It says, nothing new. But then, in between void setup and void loop, there is a part here that says int name your function, and the function tasks go here. Well, what the function is going to be is, as it explains in the challenge, it's going to be called alarm goes off. So, what does all that mean? Well, let's start with what we already know on our sketch. Okay, so we need, and I'm sure you're all saying it out aloud, hashtag include Esplora. H. That's the first part of it, and obviously what we have now is, I'm going to delete that. We have nothing inside void setup, but inside void loop, the first thing we have is Esplora dot write RGB. We want no red, but we want a green light to say everything's okay, comma, separated by commas. Green light, everything's okay. We also want to have no tone at the moment because, we want to turn all the sound off. Then what we did was we declared variables. So we went int, I'm not going to fill them all out, but sound equals Esplora dot read. You're probably thinking, oh, I've forgotten. No, I haven't forgotten microphone, and we did that to read the microphone, and then we had if sound brackets if sound is greater than, I was a loud talker, so we made 400, not 4,000. And then we opened the curly brace, and then we wrote a whole heap of code here that said the alarm. Now what we're going to do is we're going to create a function, and the function, what a function does is it can be called on at any time to do something. Now our function is going to be called alarm goes off. All right, so this is how you name a function. You start with a small a, and you have a big G, and like if you're going to write a sentence, then you have a small one here and a large capital here, and then you move on. It's going to be int, so we're just going to call it alarm goes off. I better check and make sure that my code is right. Yep, bracket, and open the curly brace, and the function task going here. So we could, if I wanted to write now, I could write, what the alarm code is. And what we had was a loop of about, last video we looped it, just a couple of times. So I'm going to open that one up, challenge 19, and I'm going to get that code. So I'm going to get this bit here, so just this bit. All right, and I'll scroll down, there should be one curly brace 2, 3. So there should be that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one. Closes it all off. And I'm going to put that, I've just pressed Control C to copy it. I'm going to put that in there. So we'll just make sure that that's there. Yep, that one's there for that one, closes that one off. That one there closes that one off, and that one. So this is our alarm that goes off. Now, what do we do in order to call that function? Well, it's really simple. So let's just bring this up a little bit. All right. All we have to do is now say in the function alarm, call the function alarm goes off, and bracket bracket, and put, instead of the curly brace, we put that there, and what happens is our code is alarm goes off. Well, let's just check based on our booklet. All right, call the function here. All right, our function's called alarm goes off, and it's going to call it. Now, this other bit here, while count is less than 2, I've declared count to equal 0, and then while count is less than 2, do this function, which count then is going to equal count plus 1, which means that this loop is going to happen. But we don't have that type of a loop. In fact, what we have is, I'm going to put these ones in just because I can. We've done the sound one, so I'm going to copy those ones and put them in there. So we'll put that there. All right, so x-axis, read that. We'll also do int, I don't know why they're like that. I don't like them like that. Let's tab that across to there, just so it looks nice. And we'll say light equals Explorer dot read light sensor bracket and that, and that. I don't like that as well, so y underscore axis, I'll put an underscore there as well. And then what we can do is say or x underscore axis is when it goes greater than, say, 50, or if y underscore axis is greater than 50, or, and remember, light was a different one. Light had, we basically had to really crank it up. So let's do this time, we'll do, 950, right? So if someone turns on the light, then it's going to be really bright and then it's going to go off. Let's just put a few spaces in here just so that it looks nice and tidy. I'm going to highlight that. If I press space and it'll disappear. So that's the code now. So we have a green light, but if the sound is greater than 400, like I'm talking now, or if x-axis is greater than 50, y-axis is greater than 50, or light is greater than 950, the alarm goes off. Well, what's the alarm? Well, the alarm is up here, this nice code. Now, it doesn't really matter too much in here. If we had all of these separately in different, in their own little functions, then it would be able to be called alarm goes off all the time, right? So that is the solution to challenge number 20. And of course, this part is your assessment task. So this explains that, and then it asks you, what is your solution to your code for the alarm? Now, I've gone pretty quickly over that, but hopefully it has made sense that you go, oh, this is the answer to that solution. What I need is the name of the function here, which is alarm goes off, and then you want the looping alarm in there, and then you want to be able to put all that stuff in there as far as calling the function here. So the booklet does explain it, it's just that it doesn't give you the final answer. And I've given the final answer in the video, and you should be able to fill that out. The next video is going to be a little bit about what we want you to do with the booklet. Well, I hope you've enjoyed these videos. I've certainly enjoyed making them for everyone who is following along and being able to do these. And the challenges were great to write, and the challenges were great fun to actually create videos on the solutions to the challenges. Cheers, everyone.